But moving on, I'm going to grab the stick and introduce our next speaker, who is Alfred Porter Jr. He is staff at Hood Famous TV and a promotional representative at Black House Sound Open Mic. He has also worked with Voice It Radio and ECMD International Music and Film Distribution, studied real life at the School of Hard Knocks, the University of Life. So I'm sure he's got a lot to teach us. So without further ado, here's Alfred Porter Jr.
For at least the first 2 minutes out of 5, I will at least use this to get to my homework assignment, which was to just bring certain facts. So may the Creator guide my words. I'm here on behalf of the Dialogue Center, and that's the headquarters of Black on Black Crime Incorporated, Black Man's Army, Black Women's Army, Survivors, Victims of Tragedy, Black Lives Matter, Cuyahoga County, Fathers Lives Matter, Man to Man, and the Hip Hop Workshop, the DialogueCenter.net. If I was to start off with a question, how can I, man of color, relate to Gaza being occupied? We'll say 75 plus years. And then I look at the fact, my answer real quick is for 400 plus years. My people in America, from lynchings to the horrors of slavery that still exist to this very day. If we were to ask the question, how can I relate to marauding Zion forces rolling through Gaza, striking fear, stress on Palestinians on their rightful land, but not just oppressing and causing stress to people and Palestinians and others who are not in Gaza, affected the world over, then you have to look at how my people are affected. When in Cleveland, through East Cleveland, on November 29th, which is upcoming, 67 plus cop cars marauded and chased Timothy Russell, Melissa Williams, and no one was charged over 137 shots. When you look at the fact, no supervisors fired, or if you look at what happened with Tamir Rice, a 12-year-old, and everybody got a slap on the wrist. If you look at the question of what do we see when we see 800, 900, 1,000 plus Palestinians and Arabs, concerned citizens who march on the city of Cleveland so that the city wakes up with facts. How is that so different from when you see hundreds of us march on the same city demanding justice? Now, as I put this down for about 2 to 3 minutes to follow the rules, that is something I have to follow because my fiance, Danielle Wood, she has to put up with a lot. If I take hits, she takes hits. Let's talk about solutions. Brother Abbas, who's been my brother, and I've gotten a chance to speak to him and in front of his people and rallies. Let's be very candid on this. Solutions. We're all a family, so let's talk about quick solutions that happen. I remember a brother by the name of Sam on the Art McCoy radio show, the University of Common Sense, and he brought up a few years back, why don't we have something where more people of color can talk to store owners who are Arab and Palestinian and get on the same page? So this is what I'm proposing to do because it's very real. You said it, we're all cousins, we're all related. So why is it that the ones who have to work with each other, live around each other, depend on each other? Bishop Minor, I have to go here. A lot of us have to depend on each other, but we let Zion or outside forces cause us to feel like we're divided against each other. So my role, what I'm proposing to do myself, is to be able to use, there are a lot of beautiful universities here. I happen to be thankful because Cleveland State University allows us to have a hip hop workshop once a month, first Saturday of the month, because of the Department of Africana Studies. But my role for my people and what I see proposed, and that's why I brought up Brother Abbas' name and a couple of others, is that places that are headquarters, such as Black on Black Crime Inc., where Dr. Dorothy came in yesterday to let us know the importance of this coming Monday's rally, is that we start getting dialogue, real dialogue, between store owners, Arab, Palestinian, doesn't matter. But we get those type of dialogues so that we quit having those misconceptions of our stereotyping by people who have to depend on them for opening up in our communities. At the same time, you have the proper dialogue so that as I prepare to wrap things up, our people are not stereotyping store owners who are doing their best to make a living in our community. Because it is just as wrong if I, who know better, allow the younger generation and those to go and say, well, those camel, those sand. It's as offensive as if those store owners are allowed to say, these dumb, when we all can work together, because the same hundreds who have gone out there even recently to hold Mayor Bibb accountable for what he said he was going to do to our community, the same thing that he promised for my community and where we live is the same promise that he gave to Arab and others to be fair and mindful. And if you're just going off of what's going on Gaza and just taking the side of the ones who are dropping bombs on the people whose land they stole,
that's right.
It would be even more powerful if the people in my community who shop at the stores work with the people who own the stores to be able to select the correct politicians, follow our own dreams, work together, and have real power, because we already have it. Because at a lot of these marches, the same flag that I proudly wear, that I was given when I got a chance to speak in front of you all years ago, are out there questioning the decision of the government. Is the same that when I use this and I question the same with our red, black, and green on the fact that we are all not treated right. So that's what I am proposing. That's what I intend to do, and I thank you.
Thank you, Al. That was very, very powerful, and I think you made a great point. You know, we all live in the same communities here in Cleveland and the greater metro area. We shop at each other's stores, we interact with each other, so we have those community connections, and that's a very great point.